No, bad to the bone does not work on my pickup when I'm trying to make a video.
Okay, trappers.
Dad, stop. Just, no.
You got the neon trapper in line here. Okay, let's look at some gear right here. You got your Duke 550 and your Duke 450. Offset jaws. Your Wolfang anchors. Can you see me all right, or do you got to get a little closer?
You're fine, Dad. Why do you have your hip waders on
Scent control.
in the pasture?
Scent control. And it's a little muddy down there. Couple different styles of anchors to put on. Gotta have a pair of pliers with you of some sort. Maybe. There we go.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
There we got it. I'm gonna set it, but I'm not gonna leave it, so I probably will not anchor this one in. Pound it in the ground. Because the dogs will come this little close to the house. This is instructional purposes only.
Should have brought my rain gear coveralls for you.
You never know.
My high-vis rain gear.
You never know.
It is deer season.
I should have parked out of the wind and my door would stay up here. Okay, let's get to it here. Now you could just come up here and use this as your backing, this clod right here. Anything, because there's no animal going to step up on that. They just don't do it. So you come in here.
Nice and soft.
This is, yeah, that's why I picked the spot. This is kind of your trench, step down, dirt hole. And I always take this dirt, and I just put it right up around the side. Because it might seem crazy, but that coyote or that fox will not step on this if it's a little rough. I mean, they just don't. Then where you want to put your trap. You always want that a little lower. And And you can see, you know, I'm 4 inches probably in the ground, and we'll be roughly 9 foot back, or 9
9
inches
foot
back. 9 inches back. And you notice I didn't go in at a 45, I went more in 90, I guess you'd call it, straight in. So he's got to actually, if he wants to see what's in that hole, he has to actually get down here and step in there. And I'll show you how we're going to make him step where we want him to step. Okay, we got our MB 550, or our Duke 550, I guess this one is. Earth anchor, Wolfang earth anchor. Okay, now I don't have to beat this one in. I'll just push it in. I might have to hit it in. I like to get it down to at least the cable, because we got too much cable sticking out, they tend to chew on it. They got, and that could be a loss or a miss. That's your stake. I like to keep I use pipe insulation. You buy a 25-foot roll of it, 2 inches wide, and you just cut it. Just take a scissors and cut them. That goes under your pan. These traps are night latched, so you'll hear the click, click. Okay, now, a lot of the guys say through the jaws. That's how you want them to come in there, is through the jaws, not over the jaws. I set in like that. What was that, 10 and 4? Just for the simple fact, this is dead, this is a dead spot, and this is a dead spot. If they step in any of them 3 places, that trap's not going to go off. I mean, you could set in like that, but he's got to come straight in. I would just turn it just a little bit. You know, you got all your stuff stuck down in there. So then when he comes in, yes, he's kind of stepping over the jaw, but he's going to step right there, because this is going to be tight against, that's tight against, and that's tight against. I mean, he could step there, but not usually. Then you take your dirt and you push it all around that. You do not want this trap to move at all. So you can push on that, and that trap does not move. If it moves, then you got to rebed it, because your fox or your coyote, if he steps down there and that fucker moves, he's backing out. He'll back out, and then you'll get a digger, he'll dig you out, or he'll do something weird. Don't be afraid of the trap. It's not gonna hurt you. I mean, don't put your fucking hand on there. I like to get that fairly level once you get that bedded in there. See, and now you just have that. Then you take your sifter, you have to have a sifter, grab some of your dirt, I go in and I find that pan and just run your finger on it like that. You don't got to push, just find it. That is the low spot of that set. Get that a little rough. Kind of leave him a spot to invites him to step in there. You can even put a clod right there or something. But that's where that pan is, and I'll guarantee that's where he's going to step, because that's the lowest spot of that area. Then, other secrets. Trapper Jay, all predator. Stinks, smells. A lot of guys don't, you find your stick or something. A lot of guys don't like a loud bait. I like a loud bait. Coyotes are eating cattle that have been dead for 6 weeks, and can imagine what that smells like, and the coyotes love them. So I don't believe in the real sweet smelling bait, minty smelling bait. That goes down the hole. And then your situation, some guys take their gloves off to do it. I really don't. I guess I don't. There's a fur down. That'd be your coyote bobcat lure. Trapper Jay makes that. Put a little bit of that in there. Find me a good stick. Some sort. Oh, there we go. That in there. Do a little Trapper Jay's all predator. You can just put a little drop up on top. A little dab will do you. Stuff smells. It's skunky. Fox urine. I use fox on all my coyote sets because a coyote hates a fox. Vice versa, you know. Sheep's wool. See, when you don't got your gloves on, now my hand, this hand smells like this, because this shit stinks. That's your visual. Take that. Take your driver. Get that shoved in there. See, like where I'm at right now, I cannot see down in that hole. I can't see that there's anything in there. So he's going to come up here and he can see that there's something in there, and he's going to want to know what the hell it is, and he's going to want to go in there. And he's not going to step here. He's not going to step on this. He'll come right in and he's going to step right there. And that coyote has to be in the area. I know, Khaki, you showed me pictures of him. But you might set a trap there and then you might not see him for a week. But that's pretty much the gist of it. And you got kind of your feet footprints and your stuff. Just kind of, if your dirt's not good, you know, I make my own wax dirt. Let me show that to you. Well, this is actually wax sand. But here in Nebraska, we're getting freeze thaw, muddy, cold, and freeze. So, and if you got something like that and something that makes a ring, like if you got a bucket, get rid of that. You can't have that there. He'll see it.
Nice job.
Well, yeah. I guess if he wants more video, I guess I'll show him that. Here's your pipe insulation. It's like $6. It's just in a roll, and you just cut your pieces and put them in. So you can put them in a baggie, you can put them in anything. There again, your wolf fang anchors. You got to get a driver. You got to get the wolf fang anchors. I wouldn't mess with them other style at Berkshires. I would not mess with those. I've used them. I've done it. I mean, this one right here would have worked great right there, how I just shoved that wolf fang in. But if you use one of these in hard ground or some shit that's a little frozen,
they suck.
They suck. And you'll flatten that out and they're just...
That's what I did at Stewart's.
Yep. They're just not very good. So with the wolf fang anchors, and you can buy them. F&T Outdoors. I think they're Michigan, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Michigan or Wisconsin.
Huh?
Michigan or Wisconsin.
Yeah. So you can get everything there. You can even buy kits. I would go with the MB 550 or the Duke 550, not the Pro Series Duke 550. The MB 550 and the Pro Series Duke 550 are about the same, but the Duke 550 is a little better trap. I feel like it is.
Is there kits on trapping for retired Air Force guys?
Yes. Yep. And kids and all
Fucking
kinds
dumb
of
it
stuff.
down.
Yep. And that's my set. That's what 90% of my sets are. And sometimes it's in a situation where you got a trail, you know, a cattle trail or something, and you can set a blind set. You can set a 450 just in a flat situation. And do a punch hole or something. See, these are MB 450s, and I do not like them. Not as well as I do the Dukes. But say you gotta. Okay, bear with me now.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, this is the walk-through trail. This is a trail, 2-track or something, or some kind of a trail, a game trail. You know, find you if there's some grass or, you know, you got some grass sticking up. You know, on each side. Kind of find a pinch point where it gets narrow, where it's the only place they have to walk. See, and if you got weather like we get, you would take your wax sand or wax dirt, put that down.
So it don't freeze.
So it don't freeze. And you can handle weather, you can handle everything. See, now this situation, you'd be going through the jaws, but that's the way they're walking. But I still turn it. I don't know why, but I do. I turn it a little bit. You still have to pack that in and make sure that trap does not move. Get your hands in there, get around it. That trap's not going to go off unless you hit the pan, which that's what you stay away from while you're doing this. Okay, trap solid, bedded. Take your wax material. See, it could have went a little lower with fans there. Then take some here. And this can be whatever it is, but that just blends that in. And then you could take, you know, this clump of grass, you take a punch hole there. Kind of muddy, but punch hole there. And either use some lure or some urine. I'd use two different kinds. Trapper Jay's got all predator, he's got fur down, O-ring. Drop in there, put some in there, then you're done. Because when he's coming up here, he's gonna stop, he's gonna spend time on this trail to see what's going on. And you're gonna have activity here. So. And then if you make a catch and he destroys this area, you just pull your trap up and move 5 foot, or just move away out of the catch circle, and then you can kind of, you know, make the trail back, or kind of fix everything back up, because you don't want that circle. If there's a bobcat around, that circle won't bother him.
Nice job.
Is that it?
That's it. You're the expert.
Well, I think this is all he needs to know for now. I can't tell him everything.